Hi, this is Deepa, working as an assistant professor in Mahendra College of Engineering, Salem, in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Now I am going to take the small topic about heuristic search technique under the topic of artificial intelligence, which is what is in by first step is to what is in by find heuristic function, which is a function in a search space to indicate likelihood of success if that state is selected. We have to select the state from goal state, current state to goal state. We have to reach the goal state. For that, identifying the many possibilities to find out the goal state. For that, we have to know what is meant by heuristic search. Heuristic search methods are known as weak methods because of their generality and because they do not apply a great deal of the knowledge. So that we are moving to the some possibilities what we can able to identify the solutions by using the heuristic search techniques. These methods have a some domain specific which has to reach the some problem specific solutions. Heuristic search given a search space to identify the goal state from the current state. That state has to be find out the what are the successor procedures to find out the goal state. Select the move else the best field to identify the current state. For that we are using some search techniques which is nothing but the depth first search, breadth first search, hill climbing, generate and test search, best first search, problem reduction, and also finally constraint satisfaction problem. In this we are going to see some possibilities. By for example, we are going to see the 8 puzzles. Here we are arranging the numbers from 1 to 8. 1 to 8 means we have to arrange the horizontal from top to bottom or from right to left. We have to check the possibilities to arrange the number in each fields. Each field have to be finalize the numbers from A1 to 8. For that we are using the 8 puzzle heuristic. Blind search techniques used as an arbitrary ordering priority of operations. Which is priority means we have to identify the which number to be placed in each boxes. That boxes has to be identify the horizontal from horizontal to vertical or from top to bottom or from right to left. Like that we have to identify the each fields, then we have to place the number from 1 to 8. That should not be repeated numbers from left to right or bottom to top or from up to bottom to up. Okay, so we should not mingle the numbers. For that we are going to use the some techniques. Heuristic search technique make use of domain specific information we have already seen. For that we are going to decide the best puzzle which is to consider the worth first considering cases. For that we are using number of tiles which is in the correct position. We have to check what are the numbers to be placed in the correct position in the tiles. Tiles is nothing but the each boxes. The higher number to the better. So first we have to place the higher number which is to be placed in the better tiles. For that we have to identify the which is to be taken from which top to bottom or from right to left. Easy to compute the fast and takes little memory, which is we have to find out the which one is fast and which one is small number to identify the each fields. Probably the simply possible heuristic search is to identify the 8 puzzles techniques. In these techniques we have the variety of search techniques that rely on the estimated provided by the heuristic function. In all cases we have to identify the quality of the heuristic and also the which are the real time application for the technique. We have to identify some real most techniques. That is the very best example for the possibility of the questions for to identify the solutions. Very simple strategy is just keep guessing. We have to guess which is to identify the numbers. We have to in the process of guess, then only we have to place the what are the numbers to be filled by each tiles. That is to be heuristics may be used to determine the specific rules for solution generation. What are the rules has to be identified? That one we have to first identify the solutions. Same as we are going to see the traveling salesman problem. For that, before we have seen the 8 puzzle problem, we have to identify the each tiles from biggest number to smallest number and should not be repeated in the horizontal or in the vertical, and also not to be repeated in the bottom to up procedures. So we have to follow the same, and then we have to identify the each tiles to be filled. Number should not be repeated in the row or column and left from right. Like that we have to arrange the 1 to 8 numbers. Next we are going to see about the traveling salesman problem. Traveling salesman problem, which is nothing but the n number of problems. We have to identify some number of problems, that is to be identify the reach goal state, known the distance between each pair of cities. So that is the n number of values. So we are giving some problem, means we have to identify the what are the shortest route for the that problem that we have to reach the goal state. Here we are arranging the some problems, some example: A to B, then B to C, then C to D, then D to A. We are giving the some values for that to attain the each path. So here we have to select each path to reach the goal state. From distance, what are the distance has been mentioning from A to B, B to C, C to D, then D to A. We have to calculate the each distance that has been to identify the shortest path for the each problem. So same as the generate and test example is same. So we are identifying the shortest path by route from root to base. So base we are giving the last solutions, which is nothing but the we are creating the A, B, C, D branches. Then we are giving for A, B, C, D, then for B, C, D, then for C, B, D, then for D, we are giving the chances to CB. So from this we have to identify which is the shortest path to reach the goal. So A to B, B to C, C to D is the first solution, means second solution A to B, D to C is the second solution, and third solution means A to C, C to B, then B to D is the third solution. Also we have finalized that A to C, C to D, D to B is the shortest path for that problem. So next we are going to see about the A-star algorithm. This is also a one type of test algorithm, which is to modify the evaluation function as a depth first search. The same as the depth first search, we have to identify the first problem, then we have to given the shortest path to identify the goal state from current state to reach the goal state. For that we have some cost, which is nothing but the path cost, which is the distance between the traveling cost or some particular given tree cost. Under the right conditions, A star provides the cheapest cost solution in the optimal time. The time has to be mentioned from start state to goal state. So here we have one example maze, which is nothing but the here we have some start state to goal state. In between there are some interactions is there. So we have to reach the goal state. For that we have to identify the path, which path we can travel to attain the goal state. From that we are following the start state to goal state, which is to move on to the curve, which is the curve has been given from the one state to another state. Then we have to reach the next state, means we have to move on to the same way, same process from starting to ending. So we have to reach the goal state. For that we are using the some problem to estimate, which is nothing but the f of x equal to g of x plus h has of x. G of x is nothing but the cost to get from the start states to the reach the goal state. H of x is the estimated cost to get from state x to reach the goal state. So this is an best example for the A-star algorithm is Towers of Hanoi. Towers of Hanoi. Towers of Hanoi we already learn in data structures. Towers of Hanoi is nothing but the some disk has been arranged in a one pillar. That pillar has to be move on to the some cases, which is in the we have some disk, means we have to place the disk in the three pillars. So three pillars we have arranged first, then we have to move the disk from ascending order to descending order. That means little to big. First we are arranging the page 1, page 2, page 3 as a pillar. Then we are arranging the disk as a little disk and big disk. By this we have to move on to the each disk from the one place to another place. Each place having the some kinds of disk. So what is the procedure to move on the disk is we have to arrange the each disk to the each pillar. So for that we are giving three pillar, means we have two disk, means we have to arrange the two disk from small to big. What is the condition is to apply this procedure is to, first small disk has to be arranged in the one pillar, then there will be placed in the big disk. So there will be a same wavelength, which is to difference what is the difference between the each disk has to be identified. Same way we have some 5 discs with the 6 pillars, means we have to arrange the one disc at a time in a one pillar. So we have to move on the one disc to the third pillar, means then we have to arrange the second disc to the second pillar, then third disc automatically placed in the same place in the third pillar. So we have like this we have to move the each pages to the each pillars to the disk. For that we have to identify the some path which is to identify the each disk. So this is has been identify some various constraint problems. Constraint satisfaction problem is nothing but the some steps has to be followed. For that we have arranging the some possibilities, many possibilities we are arranging. Same as the we have already known about the 8 queens problem. 8 queens problem is also nothing but the, see here we are seeing the 8 numbers, 8 puzzles problems. Here we are assigning the numbers, but we have to what we have learned in 8 queens problem is same as the we are arranging the some problems under the 8 queens in rows, in horizontals or in top to bottom. The queens should be placed in the one place, that is one tiles, not to be repeated in the horizontal place or in the vertical place or in the horizontal place. The same way we have many possibilities to arrange the twins problem. So as like us we are receiving we are seeing the this 8 puzzles problem or plus 8 puzzle heuristic problem and traveling salesman problem, like to path to reach the destination and generate test example, and then A star algorithm. Finally we have saving the towers of Onai, same as to reach the process which is to be undergone. So this is the best examples or for the heuristic search. This is has been verified in the many places, which is to overcome the solutions which to reach from the current state to goal state. This state has to be identified by the many process to apply the some possibilities which is in the traveling salesman problem. Like that we have to identify the process to reach the goal state. The solution has to be given many, but we have to identify the possibilities to reach the goal state, which is the shortest path or which is the shortest value. That is the problem to identify in the heuristic problems. So this is the thing which have been seen in the artificial intelligence engineer and machine learning in under the topic of heuristic search. Thank you.